Hello all, welcome back to One Pitch Catch. So we now have two teams that are definitely not going to make it to the playoffs. That's LSG and Mumbai. So they have to bid goodbye. Whatever happens in the remaining games that they have, uh, I think some other teams are pretty close to getting there. Maybe DC, and we'll go through some of those rankings later. But it almost feels to me like yesterday Mumbai should have got over the line against RCB. I mean, RCB put up I mean, they chased very well, right? And Krunal batted absolutely brilliantly, and he came up the order, which was not something that they had done for a while, and he just played beautifully. And then you had Bhuvaneshwar capping off a masterful bowling display with a 6 over extra cover, and that basically sealed it, right? Although, I mean, I think even that last ball when they needed two, they should not have got those 2 runs. I mean, the ball went, I mean, it was a misfield. Worst case, you get 1 run. Somehow they got two. It almost seems like nothing went right for him.
Yeah, Jaga. I mean, I think I don't know if it was the right decision to bowl Raj Baba in that last over, who's first time bowling in IPL. He's never bowled in IPL before. Though he has played 2, 3 games before. This was the first time he bowled, and his first over was pretty okay. The second over, he gave away a couple of boundaries, didn't bowl so well. But that is such a crucial over. But I still think, in spite of that, two things, that six and the last ball misfield, the
Yeah.
other balls he bowled pretty well. He even
Yeah.
got Romario
But he
Shepherd
gave two
out.
wides and one no
Yeah,
ball or
wides.
something
But
like
I
that.
mean, that was, I think it is, I would maybe, I don't know whether he did it intentionally, but strategically, it actually
Yeah. Yeah.
confused RCB
Correct. Correct.
also about
Yeah. Yeah.
what to do. But that six ruined it, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even after that six, they had a chance to, that last ball, he had a chance. If he had fielded, he could have prevented any run, or even if he
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
given away 1 run, they would have pushed it to the super over. Um, but it was not meant to be. I think the Mumbai this year, it sums up how they have been playing this year, Jaga. So the Mumbai has been really struggling. Surya Kumar not scoring runs. Nobody. I mean, of course, Rickleton was the only one who's been scoring runs. Bumrah is
Yeah.
bowling extremely well. Even yesterday, he gave
Yeah.
3 runs in that
Three
19th
runs
over.
in the penultimate over.
And especially with Romario Shepherd, I mean, he's not a tail ender. Okay, so
Correct.
he
Yeah.
just could he just couldn't put bat to ball that over. So he's not picking wickets. So I mean,
Yeah.
wickets will help. I mean, more than economical bowling, wickets will help. And Rickleton has scored some runs, and they dropped
Yeah.
Rickleton in between when he was scoring
Correct.
runs.
Yeah.
And so there, I mean, now this Hardik Pandya conundrum. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Is he really injured and all those things? And Rohit has been hot and cold. He was injured for some 4, 5 games. So Mumbai is not there.
Even yesterday, Rohit's batting almost seemed like he was trying to hit every ball. Like even the runs
Exactly.
that he scored were all pretty fluky. It was not like he was in great touch.
Exactly. I mean, when you always have the feeling that he's going to get out the next two
Yeah.
balls. That feeling you have that. I think I don't know what is his interest levels to play cricket at this level anymore. But yes, like you said, I always feel when they send Krunal Pandya high up the order, I feel RCB are not doing it right. Sometimes I
Mm.
feel he's not that capable to be batting at number 4 or 5. But honestly, I have been
Yeah.
proven wrong, Jaga. Last year also couple of games he did. This
Yeah. Yeah.
year
Correct.
also he's done couple of games. He does. I mean, I no one expects anybody to score all 14 games. So couple of games a season is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was fabulous yesterday. He was really very good. If I think he would have deserved the man of the match if not for the last six. I think by Bhuvi. So that he was very good yesterday. Krunal Pandya, I don't. I think he is the better cricketing brother as at this point of time.
At this
So
point of time, yeah.
at this point of
But also,
time,
I think RCB did kind of err in perhaps bowling too much spin to him as well. So I think that just made it very easy for him. But in terms of, but when you mentioned him scoring the six ahead of Bhuvi, and therefore maybe he would have been a candidate. I actually thought he was a very close candidate for man of the match, and particularly, but Bhuvi was just amazing in the first spell that he bowled. Right, he was on a hat trick also.
like Virat Kohli also.
How is Virat Kohli on a hat trick?
Virat Kohli Prince, he got out to
Oh, will
Prince.
be. Oh, okay, okay. He will be on
So
a hat.
he is on a hat trick when he's facing the next
Yeah,
ball
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in his next match. So
Total of
um,
3 balls faced so
mm,
far.
so far, so Prince. and yesterday to Deepak. No, so
Yeah,
whoever bowls next ball to him in the next game. So, but I mean, yes, I can't believe Bhuvi is not playing for India the way he's been bowling
yeah,
this season. Yes, in between he had lost some pace and his swing was also questionable at some point of time in between. That's when SRH also let him go, and then
yeah, correct.
that became a great acquisition for RCB. It turned out to be, but now I think he should be playing for India the way he's bowling. Nobody is able to play him. All the teams so far, nobody. I mean, even Hazelwood has gone for runs in one or two games, but not Bhuvi.
Yeah,
Bhuvi has been consistent and he's just not been able to nobody's been able to score runs off him, and he's picked up wickets in heaps also. He's almost
correct.
21, I
Yeah,
think.
nice.
So
He's on top right now, I think.
yeah, he's on top, and his economy rate is very good. He's not giving away a lot of runs. It's not a 4 for 45 or something like that. He
Yeah.
picks 3 for 20, 3 for 21 kind of innings he has. So that's great. And what about the other match yesterday that CSK
Oh, I
managed to
mean,
win?
I mean, Urvil's innings was just amazing. I don't think anybody saw that coming, and it kind of tells you maybe this is what they should have been doing all along. I don't know. Has he played all the games so far? I kind of don't
I
know.
mean, after
Maybe,
Ayush Matre got injured, only he played. He scored only
yeah,
20,
okay.
25 runs in the last three games. This
Yeah.
yesterday was his biggest
Maybe
game
is
of
this
this year.
their revival? They are now, I think they are at 5 or 6 or something like that on the
Five. They are
points
at
table.
five. They are
So,
even they are even above Rajasthan Royals, who are
yeah,
at six.
correct.
CSK is at five now.
Yeah, so maybe it's their revival right now. They have a fairly easy, hopefully easy game against LSG next, but then a couple of tougher ones, SRH and GT. SRH being at home, maybe that's when MS Dhoni makes his one appearance in this tournament and just plays like an impact player, neutral impact player, does not bowl, does not field. Maybe he fields but does not bat, and then he says goodbye. I don't know. I mean. I have no idea what he's doing this IPL, but yeah, maybe is CSK being revived right now?
I think yes. I mean, the last three games they have won. Yesterday they should have won much more easily. After Urvil's innings, they messed up. I feel they
Yeah,
completely
correct.
messed up. So I mean, I think one thing that is still hurting them is Deval Bravis not coming to the party. I mean, his
Hmm.
catching, his fielding have all been excellent, but
Yeah,
that's not why
runs are
he
not
was
there.
picked. I feel picked or retained. I mean, his runs from his bat have been even yesterday. He could have, if he had batted a little more with
Yeah,
his
correct.
style, he could have scored those runs by in the 17th over or 18th over. They unnecessarily pushed it to 20th. But again, LSG was doing LSG things, Jaga. They should have got to 250 first of all,
Yeah.
which would have been out of reach definitely for CSK because CSK has not chased anything more than 180 for 6 years now. Yesterday was the
Oh,
first
okay.
time after 6 years they chased a score beyond 180. The last they did was against RCB in 2019.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so even in the 2023 final, though they gave away 210 runs, their chase was
Yeah, yeah,
171. Their chase was
yeah,
curtailed to
yeah.
171 due to rain. Um, so they should have the way
And just for
Josh.
reference, that was at a time when maybe Vaibhav would have been playing under tens or something like that
Yeah, yeah.
long ago.
Long ago. But the thing is, the way Josh English batted, no one supported him there.
Yeah,
Here,
correct.
the way Urvil Patel batted, no one supported him here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that's the problem. Both the teams were very off color, but it was lucky CSK got got out. Urvil's innings deserved to end on the winning side.
Correct. Yeah, definitely.
Though we know, the LSG supporters might argue Josh English also, but Josh English is a much more international known player. Urvil Patel,
Yeah, that's
relatively unknown, and taking the bowlers was very good yesterday. It was a fabulous innings to watch.
Yeah, and what this has done, actually, especially over the last week, is that it's kind of thrown the points table a little haywire, right? When you have so RCB is now on top, along with SRH and GT in terms of points. Punjab is now four; they've lost two in a row, and they have one match today. It's against what is it? DC? Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
against DC. Maybe it is easy for them to arrest that slide, but like it seems like Punjab has probably lost a little bit of momentum, and maybe this gives CSK and possibly, I don't know, KKR and or RR now are also. In fact, RR has slipped even further to six, so
Yes.
it's been a little problematic for some of those teams. in the last few years. But DC, is it almost out?
Yeah, I mean, today if they lose, they are definitely out. There is no chance. But technically, right now they still have a chance when a lot of results go their way and all those things. But I would think many of the all the results might go their way. But the one thing that they have to do is win the remaining three games, which won't go their way. So that is the problem. That again, I feel it's they're the the strategy, tactics, and all those things don't fall in place for them, is what I feel, Jaga. They
Yeah,
repeatedly keep making mistakes. I mean, even against KKR, I mean, KKR are not that great a team this season. So even against KKR, they
correct.
couldn't
Yeah.
manage. They just manage a 140 on that wicket. They could have
140,
easily.
like, what is the point of 140 basically nowadays?
Yeah, and you give a century to the person who scores, who chases that 147, and who has not been in touch at all throughout the season.
Correct. Yeah.
And no, they are not getting it right. I mean, I think Kuldeep's bowling is hurting them.
Yeah,
Not
definitely. It's
Kuldeep not
problematic.
bowling
Definitely
well,
problematic.
and Rahul's form was also tapered down. So overall, like I said, I don't think DC should be definitely out by the end of the day today when Punjab beat them. But Punjab has a big task in hand the way they have been losing their last three games. So it was very
Hmm.
interesting to watch. Even if DC may or may not make it, but let's see how they can spoil Punjab's party.
Right. It's interesting you mentioned about, and we spoke about momentum and things like that, right? I was listening to AB de Villiers talking to Ricky Ponting in de Villiers podcast, and Ricky made a point. He said, "Look, I mean, in some of these tournaments, starting very high, very quickly, rapidly off the blocks doesn't really help because you have to be able to sustain it towards the
Mm.
later stages." So he was saying, I don't really care if we lose too much at the start, but we need to start winning from after the midway, is what he was basically
Oh, that's an
saying. So
interesting.
maybe that's the problem that some of these teams have had. Like Punjab, you could argue like last year they pretty much played the same way, but Punjab, RR, maybe they're at that stage where suddenly they're losing steam. RR, in fact, I don't know. I think they probably are too dependent upon Vaibhav because Yashasvi has not scored too many runs. I think he's got like a couple of 50s in the last few matches. Dhruv Jurel started off well, has again tapered off. And I think beyond them, Donovan Ferreira,
I think they are
Hetmeyer, none
trusting.
of
They are
them have,
placing too
yeah,
much. I always feel they're placing too much trust on Donovan Ferreira. They traded him and got him from DC. They've always. I do not think Donovan Ferreira is made for Indian pitches.
mm,
Jaga. He scores a lot of runs in SA20 in other
mm,
leagues. But in India, I mean, I was very surprised when he got a couple of 50s this season.
yeah,
But
correct.
overall, he's let them down more than he has saved them. And yes, like you say, they seem to be more dependent on Vaibhav Suryavanshi. But taking it to the other side, no, even on the game when Vaibhav Suryavanshi scored 100, they gave away the runs. They lost
Yeah,
that game
yeah,
also. So overall, they started well, but something is not gelling together. They don't know where to use Hetmeyer. Hetmeyer is not
yeah.
it's not scoring the runs
He's
that he
been
was,
moved around. He came in at 4 sometimes. He's coming at 6 sometimes.
and he was dropped for a couple of games in
Yeah.
between. And he was scoring a lot of runs at three for West Indies in this recently concluded T20 World Cup.
Mm.
So why not put him at three? But then again,
Yeah, yeah,
what will Dhruv Jurel do? So those kind of confusions, I think they are the little bit of muddled thinking, and they didn't think much when they kept winning initially 3 4 games.
correct. Yeah,
I think they didn't factor in for loss of form. I feel now they are a little bit struggling. To see them below CSK is surprising to me, honestly, at this point.
yeah, definitely. Anyway, so yeah, we'll come back again in a few days' time. That pretty much wraps this set. I mean, it's be very interesting to see how the points table looks like the next time we talk. For all you know, the top four may have been definitely decided by then. Almost all teams have around 3 matches to go. So we'll see. Until then, please do keep watching, leave us your comments, and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.